to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, it's Bell. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going deep for Brown, and that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 42 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Jones on first down. Pass incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Jones to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Now Jones. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver and strike.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up, this should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Richmond, Tiger. Red, green, the line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Come back, come back. Tiger.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Dancing to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just...
Jones now on 3rd down. He's going to launch this thing way down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down. Green the line.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Richmond. Tiger. Come back.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Richmond. Reset. Come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. Underneath for Miller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come back.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. And this will be a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Gun!
Jones on 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones goes underneath for Bell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And the Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. Connor. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Bell. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Jones to throw on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And the Steelers signal for another timeout. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Richmond. Tiger. Come back.
Now Watson. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Black 99 Philly. Tiger. Come back. Tiger.
Back to throw, Watson. His throw incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Come back.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
Richmond. Tiger. Come back. Tiger.
The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is going to be incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Now he's going to throw deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, and defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he's gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game. One of the premier runners in the NFL.
Going for the deep ball. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Gun!
Jones now. Off the play fake. He's going deep for Brown. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun. Leopard. No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
On 4th down, Jones. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Watson now to throw. Dumps it complete to Miller. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Come back. Tiger.
To throw on 2nd down. Watson escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Reset. Come back.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
Richmond. Hey, Blue 80.
Throwing again is Watson. Forced out to his left. Going deep this time for Miller. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Flushed out right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught at the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 51 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Richmond. Tiger. Reset. Tiger.
From the red zone now, Watson steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Richmond. Come back.
Here's a give to Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Lucky 56.
Off play action. Jones. Flush to his right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now a handoff to Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
No lack of guts at all on that one. Normally in this situation in the red zone, that type of play isn't run, but I think they're trying to catch the defense off guard and also break tendency. No one really runs that type of a play. Guess what? We are. Let's see how you handle it.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. The Texans on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Watson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Black 22! Black 22!
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, they were going draw play there. The defense wasn't fooled. They sniffed it out.
I think they're going to have to go back and take a few more acting classes because that's what a lot of that is. You've got to influence them to think that it's going to be a pass play and have them drop out and maybe the defensive front coming forward and find yourself some space. In this case, no one was fooled and ended up spilling that play pretty well.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if finally kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Now Jones, off play action, being chased out left. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing Jones, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Andre Howe. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown of the night. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Detroit!
They'll go again with Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. Bell sheds him off. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A give to Bell, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Conner, and he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. The give is to Bell. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.